I'm Bill.
And I'm Candace, and we're the
Disruptors.
We have a great show today.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
I'm excited.
Oh, are you excited? That's good.
I can't help myself.
Your fangs look really good since that gal repainted them.
Well, thank you.
Oh, yeah, they're much better.
They do.
Much better. They really got the blood stains off and everything.
Well, if you would behave yourself.
Better. Well, that's true.
It is October.
Today we're going to talk about, that's your holiday, your birthday, right at the end of the month.
No.
Today we're going to talk about mortgages. And we've got a gentleman in the studio with us, Larry Dodson, Senior Loan Officer with Movemnt Mortgage Company.
I love Larry. He's an amazing guy. Good. And what I like about him is that he's candid and he's honest and he has a lot of integrity.
Well, that's what you need in this industry.
I think so. It's always it's a nerve-wracking thing to buy a piece of property, or it can be.
Well, that's very true. So, Larry, give us a little background on how you got into the show, Larry.
Thanks. This is kind of cool. I like this. So, well, let's see. Bill, you wanted a little background. What's funny is I've been in sales industries. I mean, I've sold everything from soup to nuts. A big part of what I used to do is I used to sell office products for a company years ago that's not around anymore, called Boise Cascade Office Products, and they were located in Kent, Washington. Awesome company, awesome culture. Everybody in the company had a place, and they did their job well. I sold office products and furniture. It's fun.
Wow.
Loved getting out and meeting people and providing solutions for them. And they were swallowed up by, as you guys know, maybe not, by Office Max. And so all these office products companies kind of went to one, and that changed their culture tremendously.
Sure. I imagine it did.
Yeah, it would.
So what I ended up leaving that company due to a family illness. My mother passed away from liver cancer, which still miss her today. No. But it was kind of a blessing. I think the good Lord looks down on us and puts things into perspective. I got time to spend time with her before she passed away, which was cool.
That was cool.
After that, I ended up working for a company called the Seattle Lighthouse for the Blind, which, again, culture, right? I just started seeing a pattern in my life of working for companies that had ways of giving back.
How cool.
That is cool.
That was a great company to work for. When that market crash happened in, I think, 08 or 09 that people talk about, first time I'd ever been laid off in my life. And a gentleman came to me and said, you know what? You would be great in mortgage. We need people with integrity, with ethics, and that has just common care for people. And he wanted to talk to me. And I thought, well, I never thought about being in mortgage, but I took a shot. He said I was like the mayor of Puyallup. I knew everybody. So I'd be good at it. So
there you go.
I ended up starting with a company that's not around anymore called the Legacy Group, which was a great company, again, about culture. Again, they're not around anymore. Ended up working for another company. And the company that I work for now, Movemnt Mortgage, which started in the Carolinas and is now really moving up here. And you're going to start seeing this name, Movemnt Mortgage, because it's a mortgage company that has to do with culture. Again, I keep throwing that word out there.
I noticed that, yes.
They care about their clientele. It's not about just doing a loan for people or getting them to that spot. It's when I do a loan for somebody, and I tell them that I'm your mortgage dude for life now. We're in a relationship. We're married. Yeah, we're married because it is a fiduciary business, and I think that if you're dealing with somebody or a company that's going to know everything about you in 30 days, you better know that person that you're giving this information to. I'm very old school. I like to meet my clients face to face. I actually tell my clients in our first meeting that after the first 15 minutes, if you don't feel comfortable with me, then you should not do business with me. And I haven't lost one yet.
You haven't lost one yet? Candace, you should take a lesson from Larry here.
They run when I want them to do work.
I noticed that.
Larry is a roll up your sleeves kind of guy. He would work.
Okay.
But the cool thing about that is, honestly, there are loan companies all over the place that people can do business with, and anybody that's looking to do a loan or a refinance, purchase loan or home refinance, they really need to know that person that they're dealing with and the company, because people are not in business for free.
No, absolutely
nobody's
not.
doing a loan for free. And if anybody tells you, or anybody out there that's looking for a loan, that, oh, this loan's not costing you anything, we're doing it for free, they need to pick up their books and their hat and their coat, and they need to go away. They need to run. And they need to run very fast, because that's not true. Our company, we're a flat fee company versus other companies that might charge 1% for a loan amount. Like some banks charge 1% of the loan amount for their origination fee, as they call it. So if you have a loan of $250,000, that's going to cost you $2,500 in origination. If you have a loan that you're doing that's a $500,000 home, what would that be, Candace? $5,000 in origination. Right.
Good pickup there.
So
Good.
the cool thing is we're a flat fee company. We charge $995 for origination. We call it an underwriting fee. You'll come across some companies that say we don't charge anything for origination, but when they look at the paperwork, they'll have an underwriting fee of $1,500. So they call it different. That's all origination. Call it what you want. It's all origination.
It's all origination.
We're flat fee $995, like I said. $500,000, $995. $250,000, $995.
Wow.
So it's very cool. Unless you're a veteran. Again, we talked about that culture thing. We don't charge an underwriting fee, origination fee, processing fee to our veterans out there for VA loans.
Wow.
Which is great. I mean, these people have given, they fought for a country. They've given, their time for that, and they deserve that, quite honestly. Again, it's a way of giving back. So
That's absolutely incredible.
That is,
To be,
isn't it?
yeah, it is, because
it's time business started giving back.
well, businesses positioned their position where they could, if that's what they chose. And I mean, we talk about cause related companies for those people that are wanting to align themselves or partner themselves with cause based companies, where that's a beautiful cause. And I mean, that's absolutely incredible. You keep talking about culture, and I want to. What that says to me is that it's more than just a word. It's a title for a whole bunch of things like family, community, love for people. It's more
we actually say, Candace, just so you know, and I love this phrase. I'm actually an auctioneer too, and I'm actually doing an auction this Saturday night, and I'm going to talk about this because every time I do charity auctions, so it's about supporting some sort of a need or a cause, right? Well, at our company at Movement Mortgage, we say love is a verb. So,
nice,
which is awesome, right? Because
Yes.
that truly, it should be an action. It's not a word; it's a verb.
Yeah.
It's an action. So that's what people do. I mean, we're going to be doing this auction coming up, and it's going to be a pretty big deal. Probably guess 250, 300 people are going to be there. It'll be at Green
Wow,
River this Saturday.
great.
I think it typically costs you between $500 and $1,000 to get an auctioneer there. I'm a licensed auctioneer from Missouri Auction School. I'm doing it for free. I'm donating my time because. I'm not a rich man, but I'm rich in giving. You can give things. It doesn't have to be monetarily, right?
Very
To make
true.
things happen. So
That's right.
it's the same with my, when I sit down with clients face to face to do, a mortgage interview, I guess, per se, or a mortgage checkup to see what people have and where they are sitting in their current mortgage. If we need to look at a refinance for them, I want to find the best possible product for them to have the outcome that they're looking for. And that whole thing out there, I'm sure you guys have all heard this, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth.
That's right.
Right. So I'm a listener, and I want to help people get to where they want to be. And that's really my goal.
Simple goal, but a good product to work with. It's a kind of a different a field, because every time I've ever talked to anybody in the mortgage industry, it's always been so much paperwork stack. We never get to the facts. You never get to know the people, basically. And you always feel like, wow, am I going to make it? Am I going to make it?
Well, with what you're saying, Bill, Movement Mortgage has flipped this underwriting process upside down. Most of the time, and most consumers out there don't even realize the fact that your loan package doesn't go to an underwriter's desk until probably the last 3 days of that 30-day process. So
Holy
maybe around the
smokes.
25th, 26th day, they'll get this package of taxes and so forth. A loan originator or a processor could miss something at the very beginning, and it can explode at the end.
Wow.
The cool thing is, again, what Movement Mortgage has done is we've flipped it upside down to where when we actually get all the documentation that's needed from the client, when we submit that, we get an underwriter's approval or decline within 6.5 hours. It's called our 671 process. So it literally goes to an underwriter at the beginning. So you're not stressed out at the end.
Right.
Which is usually very stressful.
So you know what your approval is and what needs to happen right away. Typically, a real estate agent likes to work with us. Then a lot of real estate agents around here do not know about Movement Mortgage because we're pretty new to this area. And I'd love to talk to any real estate agent out there and show them the reasons why, how I can enhance their business with our process. Because of that 6-hour underwrite, they can know if their client is truly approved before they even start shopping for a house.
Oh,
There's
a real tool.
There.
That is a real tool.
So the 671 process is 6-hour underwrite, 7 days to process, 1 day to close.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Wow.
9 times out of 10, we're waiting for the appraisal to come back.
That is amazing. Now, when you say 671, is this a format that you guys have actually come up with? Because everybody else, it seems like it's 35, 45, 50 days.
That's correct. And, we typically get our loans closed within 30 days, barring, there's not an appraisal issue and so forth like that. So what happens in the old model, Movement Mortgage started, I think, in 2008.
2008, okay.
So I've got a great video, and anybody that would want to have this video really explains this process in like 3 minutes.
Wow.
They can email me at Larry.Dodson@movementmortgage.com or at movement.com. I'm sorry. Larry.Dodson@movement.com, or you can call me at 253-318-4007. And if you have an email address, I'll send this to you. Real estate agents would love to see this. Client or consumers would like to see it, to see really how that process works.
Sure.
It's strong, and it's really one of the big reasons why I came to Movement Mortgage, because of what they do for clientele. It's all about my clients.
Do you do, for instance, development and higher end projects besides just home loans and stuff of that nature?
Well, explain that to me. Higher end projects.
Well, I shouldn't say higher end. Loan property developments, putting in housing tracts or something of that nature.
We do. We don't currently have a construction loan product, but we can do loans on new construction.
New construction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have a plat of homes that are going in and they're already slated that they're going to be there, like pre-sales, basically.
Pre-sale, okay.
You can
Okay.
call it like a pre-sale. There are a lot of times people, these builders that are building these, they like to have somebody that can get a loan done for somebody, number one. We have a rescue loan package that for these folks that for some reason they can't get it done with the other people, we can come in midstream when the appraisal is already done and just have all that stuff transferred over to us and get it done.
Wow.
So
How'd you get that one in stereo? Bill and I are impressed.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because, like I say, usually it's a big tie-up or some other excuse or problem comes up. And it actually is so hard when the people are getting ready to buy a home. Okay? You got to go through the real estate, and the real estate goes to the mortgage, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And there is not really a good tie-in. So I love their concept. I think this is really an excellent, and you're right, Larry, every real estate agent should be pounding on your door.
yeah, they should. They just don't realize that what they have in front of them right now. They don't. It's almost like being out in the field and you're, playing in the dirt and you come across something. So really, what I want to do is I want to uncover this stuff for them right now, so they don't have to get dirty.
Oh.
Let me do that for them. And the cool thing about it is, even in the refinance world, people need to know about this process because there aren't any real estate agents that are involved, right?
Right.
But they still need to go through this process of getting the home loan. People that are out there right now looking for homes, and I think every real estate agent out there would agree with me, they really would like to have somebody pre-qualified before they go look for the home.
For a home.
So I'm really the first guy they should talk to.
Sure. Well, it's an investment looking at it. I mean, whether you're a consumer or a real estate agent, I mean, you're spending the time looking on Zillow or Redfin or wherever they're looking, and then you're driving out. So you're taking gas. Now it's, you're spending your weekends shopping. And at the end of it, if you don't really know, it could be a huge, you could spend at least $500. I mean, when Chris and I were looking for a house,